Hello. I was first introduced to Chesterton Academy when it was first conceived. That is, I remember Dale Ahlquist on the EWTN show, The Apostle of Common Sense, telling the audience he was starting a Chesterton Academy for high school students and that it was going to be fashioned as a classical model of education and clearly Catholic. I remember thinking, great idea, Dale. That's exactly what this world needs. Fast forward to 2020, and I found myself talking with Darren Greca. His and several other families in the parish were seeking a better option for their children regarding high school. As soon as he mentioned the possibility of starting a Chesterton Academy, I thought, I'm in. But how so? My children were already adults, and my grandchildren were too young. I wanted to help in some way, and it almost immediately became obvious how I could make that happen. More on that in a minute. So what was it about Chesterton Academy that I found so attractive? In a few words, classical education and Catholic formation. I'm embarrassed to say that I didn't even know what classical education was until after I got out of high school. To be fair, my progressive public high school didn't try to exclude Shakespeare or Beowulf, but looking through the long lens of time, most of the teachers I had were not only unprepared for the teaching of these classics, but seemed to resent that they were required to teach them at all. What we got was mostly modern criticism of these classics in what seemed an unjust and misunderstood interpretation. This is what you get when you don't have a proper foundation. Good Catholic formation is how you get the proper foundation. Without a worldview that's founded on the truth, all literature, all history, science, mathematics, even sports, become a mishmash of random things without meaning or purpose. And without meaning and purpose, despair is not far away. A minute ago, I told you that I discovered how I would really help this ministry. Well, I give money. When I was speaking with Darren and some of the other parents, I think I spoke of offering some seed money. My intention at that time was to give a fairly large chunk of cash in one payment and leave it at that. Now, that's kind of like putting everyone on a boat without oars and giving them a good push out on the lake. Bon voyage, a bit of a help, but not enough. What was finally decided was to break up the sum into monthly payments throughout the school year. I've done that now each year since Chesterton Academy of the Immaculate Heart was founded. I have never regretted that decision. Indeed, this year I'm increasing my donation by 1/3. That's a small indication of the confidence I have, first, in our Lord Jesus Christ and the Immaculate Heart of Mary, as well as the staff, teachers, and students of Chesterton. So please, if at all possible, I urge you to give what you can. Ad maiorem Dei gloriam. Thank you, and God bless.